In this rather large box, not very thick, but rather long at least, there are two handbags, believe it or not. They are from a very affordable brand that I have shared with you before, and I'm so excited to be sharing these two more bags from them because I love the one that I have. I use it all the time. These are going to be two different sizes and two different colors from what I have now, and I want to tell you my strategy for picking these bags out because they have a lot to choose from, and I think there's something you can do if you can't afford to buy a ton of them or don't want to buy a ton of them to help narrow it down to just one or two. So stay tuned. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community post on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. Interruption Autumn here with an important message. Anytime you add a new bag to your collection, just like I'm doing today, you may want to keep track of it for personal purposes or certainly for insurance purposes. And that's why I developed a tracking system. I call this the My Handbag Collection Organizer, and it's a collection of pages that you can use to track all the information on each of your handbags. This is what it looks like on the front and back, so you put all the information about the bag as well as what you're liking about it, what you don't like, notes, price changes, whether you sell the bag, and then you have everything here in one place. I also have other sections besides that that you can check out. Everything is available on my website at autumnbeckman.com. Please check that out at the link below. Now back to the video. Let's get right into this box because I've had it for a few days sitting in my room and I'm so excited to see these. I just love the one I have so much. Here's the receipt. I really want to break into this and start using them. Let me put the box on the other side of me. There, that's better. It's hard to get us all in the frame. I'm gonna bring it closer so you can read the tag and see the tissue paper. These bags are from Naghedi, and look at that black and white splatter tissue paper. I think that's so cool. Let me show you the Naghedi bag that I already have because it's easier to fit this one on the screen, and I'm refreshing your memory, and if you're not familiar with this brand, let me tell you a little bit about it real quick before we look at those. So this is the Naghedi bag that I already have. This is the mini size of the St. Barths tote. So the St. Barths tote is their most popular bag. There are lots of videos on these, but I haven't seen videos on the two that I'm about to unbox. And they're made of neoprene. It's woven neoprene, and they're lightweight. Actually, I take that back. They are a little heavier. I love that the design of these is so simple. They have a structured base, but nothing else is structured, so they're really smushy. I love the shape of them. The handles are super comfortable because they're woven in a way where they're rolled, so they're round. It will stretch a little bit over time, and they're just beautiful. Really chic is the word that comes to mind to me. They're chic bags, but they're so functional too. And now I'll preface this by saying they don't have a top closure, but other than that, they are weatherproof because of being that neoprene. That's the same material that they make scuba suits out of, so this can get wet, you can get caught in the rain, or purposefully take it out in the rain like I do, and it will not hurt the bag. The only branding on here is on the side. There's a little strip right there that says Naghedi, but otherwise you just have that gorgeous woven neoprene, and it's just, I love it so much. The bottom is woven too. The inside has that structured base, and they all come with a really nice dust bag and with a pouch. And the mini size and the petite size also come with a crossbody shoulder strap that's removable. If you're interested in more on my mini bag and on a large St. Barths bag that I had in the color Oceana, which is like a teal, I will link that video below. But this video, I sent the Oceana back for reasons I'll talk about in a second. But this video is about the other bags. I just wanted to show you the features on this one since it's easier to hold and get in the screen because the others are bigger. So okay, let's get back to business here. And let me see. There are two bags and they're different sizes. I'm going to open the bigger one first. That's this one here, so you see the nice big dust bag. The only branding on that is this little label that also says Naghedi. I'm trying to get the light to catch it, but it's not really working. I will say these bags, when you get them brand new, this is really hitting me. They have a bit of a chemical smell. That's from the neoprene, I'm guessing, but it goes away. All right, let's see what I got in here. Ooh. I'm gonna switch back to this side because my arm is getting tired. This is the large size St. Barths tote in the color umber. So Naghedi does most of these bags in a solid color, just like you saw with the mini olive bag that I showed you. But they also do some where they weave in other colors. And by the way, these are all hand woven, which is amazing, especially at this price point. They're only a few $100s. This is a really dark chocolatey brown with a little bit of a red tint. It's that, you know, brown can lean different colors. This one leans more red than, say, a yellow brown. And then it has these metallic bits that are running through. Hope you can see that. They're almost glittery kind of metallic, but it's still neoprene. And those are in this plaid kind of pattern. And they catch the light since they're metallic. So the front and back of the bag look the same. And these do fold flat. So if you wanted to store it that way, you could. It may have that little crease over it. My little green one, that crease has gone away because I've kept it open. There's the base of this bag. It has those great handles. The interior, hard to hold it up and show you because it's so floppy, but that's how the interior looks. And then it also comes with the matching pouch, which is the same on both sides. Has this lovely zipper pull. And then inside, get that paper out. Inside it has the fabric lining. No pockets in these pouches. It does have that little bit that says Naghedi, but otherwise it's just open. One thing I have found from carrying my mini tote is that even in that small size, things get lost so easily if I'm not looking into the bag to find things. If I just reach in, it's really hard to find stuff. So having a pouch to put the things that you're reaching for the most, your phone, your keys, is so good. And then especially having the zipper for it. So if you wanted to keep your wallet in here, it's more secure. But I also find that I use the pouch it came with, and then I use other pouches as well to organize the interior better. Now personally, I wouldn't want to put an organizer in the mini size because I love the shape of it as it is, but I'm good with the pouches. This larger size bag though, this is really big, the large, and this is why I returned the large in Oceania, partly because of the size, but partly because the color wasn't quite what I was expecting it to be. But once I realized how big the large was, I realized that would be the perfect bag for travel, like for road trips, like when we go to the coast here, and possibly even for air travel as your carry-on, especially since it's so smushy, it would fit under your seat. People say you can throw these bags, since they're neoprene, into the washing machine. I don't know that I'd want to do that, but I'm putting it out there as an idea for airplane travel, putting it under your seat. It can get dirty down on the bottom there. But there you go, just an idea. Now let's look at the other bag that I got, do a quick comparison between the sizes, and then I also want to compare them to two other bags that you are probably familiar with to give you a sense of how really big that large size is. Okay, here's the other one. This is the one I'm most excited to see, by the way. I'm really... I think I'm gonna love this one so much. Look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. So this one, like the brown one, the umber, had the metallic running through. This is dip dyed, so the pieces of the neoprene are individually, or maybe not individually dyed, but they're like hand dyed to be these different colors, like a gradient, and then woven together so that you get this all over pattern that's a little more organic. I love this. Let's look at it closer. So that gives you a little better idea of how the colors fade down the strip of a single piece of neoprene. That is so pretty. And it's kind of, in person, it's kind of a gray blue, which I really love about it. I love that it's not bright blues. Okay, there's the interior of this one. And then the pouch that comes with it does not have that gradient. It's just a solid, really, really dark blue. It's the blue that matches the blue in the top of the bag. And I will say this, another reason that I returned that large Oceania tote was that the pouch that it came with was really uneven on the top, having the same issue with this one. So you can see that side looks straight, but when I turn it around, that's kind of wavy and not so straight there. But I can live with that for this bag. Now let's get into some comparisons. First of all, the pouches. The pouches are not the same size. They're going to be different based on the size of the bag that you get. This is the mini, the medium, and the large. I'll give you a better view of the medium and the large. These are almost the same size. The large is just slightly longer right there. Oh my gosh, I just noticed how pretty these three colors look together. That's so nice. And since I want to use this one for travel, I could carry this one as my handbag. That looks perfect. Here's the medium in front of the large, so you can see that it's several inches larger, and you can get the exact dimensions from the website when you're there trying to figure out what color you want to get. And then the large is a little taller too. Now what I really want to do is compare these with some other bags that I know you're probably familiar with. When I first got the large size in the Oceana color, I got the large because I thought I like totes. If I'm carrying a tote, I want a big tote. I didn't realize this is more of a travel size tote. For example, I thought it would be about the size of the Neverfull MM, but it's really much closer to the size of the Neverfull GM. So if you have a GM, then that helps give you a better idea of how big the large size Naghedi is. So I'm hoping that the medium, because this is my first time seeing it, will be closer to the Neverfull MM, which is really what I was going for in the first place. Why didn't I just look at measurements to figure that out? Who knows? Here's my Neverfull MM, and there are the bases of those. So yeah, that's much more comfortable. Much closer. Now, I told you that they offer these bags in a lot of colors. Most of them are in a solid color. For me, that makes it a lot more difficult to decide which color I want. Getting the olive, because I know I love green, was an easy decision. But I wanted to get some other colors too to have a little more variety for my wardrobe, because I love these bags so much. And I had a very difficult time picking what I wanted. And sometimes there are several shades that are kind of close together and I liked all of them. So something I figured out, instead of buying one shade and wondering, is that gonna work with all these different outfits? What I did was I spent a little more money than I would have spent on a solid color bag, and I got one of these because they cost a little bit more. It's not a huge difference, but it's a few dollars. And now this, having a bag that is multi-tonal or sometimes multi-colored depending on the pattern that they have available, this now will allow me to use this one bag with more outfits because it has the dark blues, the medium blues, and the lighter blues, and it has kind of a gray tone. Whereas if I had just purchased a bag that was the solid light blue, it wouldn't go with as many outfits. Or the dark blue, maybe that would because that's pretty neutral. You get what I'm saying, I think. Same thing with this. With the plaids too, you can pair that with several outfits. Now I didn't get the travel bag to pair with outfits necessarily, but that's an idea for you. I would also say when I was trying to choose some of the colors that I found myself being drawn to some of the more tan, beige, that kind of neutral, but I also kept thinking in those colors, this woven bag, and especially with the overall shape being the kind of shape that it is, they looked a lot to me like straw bags that you'd get at the beach, and that made me think summer. And I didn't get these for the summer necessarily. I got them to be year-round bags. So for me, and maybe this would apply to you, maybe it wouldn't, it made sense to stay away from the colors that look more like a straw bag, although they did have a bag with this kind of gradient and pattern that was in more the tan colors that I was very tempted to get, just to have one of these in a lighter color. And who knows, maybe I still will. But it still gave me straw bag vibes, and that's not what I was going for with these. Now that said, I already know that for daily wear, the mini is my favorite size, especially since it comes with the crossbody strap. Now I usually carry this top handle or over my arm like that, but still I like having the crossbody strap as an option. So the mini is still my favorite size for everyday use, and I can definitely see myself adding more of these in other colors because I love it so much. Let me know if you have tried this brand before and what you think about it, what pros and cons, and what colors did you pick? I'd love to know in the comment section below. Also, let me know if there's anything you want to know about these bags or you want me to show you that I didn't do in this video, because I would love to do another video on these bags. I just really enjoy them a lot, and they're so much more affordable than some of the other bags we talk about on these luxury channels, and they are so well made and they are so nice looking and so practical and functional. I just have great things to say about them. So thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.